Yay! It's Ijaw-ere. Yeah, it's good to have you on my show for episode 2. So, Ijaw-ere, first of all, let me allow you to introduce yourself. So, guys, formally, I am Ijaw-ere, and you're welcome to Ijaw-ere Media Live Show episode 2 with my special guest. Please introduce yourself by yourself. So, you are.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Celebrity Fish Seller, the one and only Ijaw man's wife.
Yay! You're not really audible. We cannot really hear you like that.
Oh, really?
You're not really audible like that.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
I don't know. I cannot really hear you like
Can you hear now?
It's just.
Can you hear now?
I'm hearing you, but it's very faintly. Not really, really. I can't really grab you like that.
Why? Is it network or what?
Let me check.
But I can hear you well, though. I can hear you very well.
Oh, okay. So let's go to the questions. So today you have a lot of questions. Even personally, I have my questions for you. All right. And those videos I remixed, I have a lot of questions that I'm preserving from those videos down here too. So you have a lot of questions to answer, okay? So I'm supposed to, before we even start, I'm really sorry for it. I was 8 minutes late. I'm sorry for that. So our topic is marriage expectations versus reality. What no one will tell you. That's our topic for today.
Okay.
Guys, you're welcome. Please, let's start and let's share the live. So number one question is, before I even go to the main questions, let me give you those personal questions of mine.
Okay.
It's my personal questions before we start. Where did I drop this? Okay, yeah. So number one question is, do you think Ijaw men are naturally not romantic, or is it that they express their love differently?
Okay.
Amy Perry, you're welcome.
Okay. Sincerely speaking, they actually show they love you, but they are not intentional. Like, you know what I mean when I mean intentional? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. don't manipulate me. So I don't know. That's
okay.
You.
See. The Ijaw man is caring, is protective. Yes,
welcome.
the Ijaw man is caring, he's protective, he is loving, he is a provider. But
exactly,
yes, but the Ijaw man does not know how to show his love in other ways. Okay, when I mean in other ways, like those things I mentioned. The natural Ijaw man, I won't even generalize, okay? Like this new generation of the Ijaw men, they are actually trying. But inside that they are trying, you can tell that it is a new thing that they are learning. It is not something that they are.
It's not something that is from
exactly. See, the Ijaw man is not a flexible man. The Ijaw man is always you know what I mean? Yes.
yes.
Not like they don't love. They do. They love you, but the natural Ijaw man cannot wake up in the morning and tell you, oh my wife, I love you so much. It is not in them. It is difficult to speak it out, but they have their own special ways of showing you that they cherish you, though. Not like they don't. They do. They cherish you a lot, but they're not flexible. There are a lot of things they don't do to show you that they love you. There are a lot of things they do.
Okay. Now let's give to our number. So you agree that the Ijaw men are romantic in one aspect.
Yes.
According to the summary of what you said, that the Ijaw man is a provider, but not these sweet things that the modern guys are doing, other persons are doing. But the new generation is learning, because it's things they didn't grow up to see their father buying roses or flowers for their mother. So it's a new thing they have to learn to do. I agree with you. I agree. So our number two question is, in Ijaw culture, how do men traditionally show love and affection on their wives? Traditionally.
Okay. For the job people, um, they naturally show that they love you by providing. First of all, they make sure that you are okay. Like when I mean okay,
Guys, you're welcome.
they make
Please,
sure
let's
they
start on
make
this line.
sure
Thank you so much,
they
Richie.
make sure the home is not lacking anything. They make sure the home,
100.
yes, they
Agree.
make sure the home is not
There's
lacking
food on the
anything.
table.
Then they protect you, like I said. And a German naturally would not allow an outsider to speak to his wife anyhow. You can tell, yes, you can tell in their reactions that you are very, very important to them. There are boundaries to their wives and their children. The German has boundaries that you cross when it comes to their family. Then another way of them showing love is maybe the both of you have an occasion, the function to attend, okay? And they will be like, oh, I don't want you to tie the old wrapper, I don't want you to wear the old blouse. Please take money, go to the market, get a new blouse, get a new wrapper.
Yeah.
Yes.
They want it to be new. All eyes on you.
So you like that, you know that your wife is looking good, oh yes, that kind of an expression. Yes, that's it.
Yes. All right. So our number three on that topic is, what can Ijaw man do to improve romance in their relationship without losing their cultural identity?
Okay. First of all, I feel like the Ijaw men needs to loosen up a little, not much. Okay, a little. They should loosen up. They should be flexible a little. Losing up a little would not make you lose the respect from your wife. It will not make you lose the fact that you are the head of the house. The Ijaw man I know is I'm sorry to say, I know we are in public, but the Ijaw men I know are very authoritative. Yes, they don't joke with their respect. They do not joke with their respect. They do not joke with their honor. You must honor and respect them. Like, they always want you to know 24 hours that they are the head of the house.
Is the head of
Exactly.
the family.
So for me, the first thing they need to work on is flexibility, loosen up a little. Create this atmosphere that you communicate, sit down, chat, laugh, listen to your wife's audiences and her ideas. Like, just see, the moment an Ijaw man losing up a little, baby girl, I trust you, they will learn a lot from all these new ways of showing your partner that you love her. Like, an Ijaw man sees it as it is a waste of time following his wife to maybe a movie night or a date, or do you know they don't even celebrate birthdays? It is difficult for them to even loosen.
That's actually true.
It is difficult for a lot of them to loosen up and celebrate birthdays. So if I feel like they should loosen up a little, allow your wives plan these things. See, a lot of them, their wives can do these things for them, but for the fact that the man will still reluctantly say he does not want to, would make them just leave it. Things. Yes. So the number one thing for me, I would not even say much. The number one thing is, let them just loosen up a little and be flexible a little to be assessed. The moment they are flexible enough for their wives to assess them, you see them learning and accepting a lot of things. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. I really love the idea, I love that. So let's go to the main topic, tradition. So our first subline is tradition expectations. Pere, you're welcome. Please, let's tap on, let's share. Thank you so much for joining us. So number one question on that is, what are the key roles and responsibilities of an Ijaw wife in marriage? Let me come again, Abby. What are the key roles and responsibilities of an Ijaw Ijaw wife in marriage?
Okay.
Tamari, you're welcome.
First of all, the number one thing for me is understanding. As a husband and a wife, if you understand each other, you would know that the rules that works for your home might not work for me. The rules that works for my own home might not work for you. The mistakes that a lot of us or some of us do is when you come to me and you complain something and I tell you, oh, this is how I overcame my own, or this is what I did for us to get to where we are. You go try it on your husband and you come back and you tell me, oh, it's still not changing. That means that particular rule is not working on him. That means that your husband is not, definitely everybody has their own perspective of thinking. Everybody has their way of doing things. So the number one thing is, I feel like there is no rule that is common in all marriages.
What I'm saying is roles.
Yes, the roles. The roles of, for me, like I said, number one, respect. Giving your time must be given. As you're doing,
thank you so much.
Yes, your time must be given. One of the roles is making sure the home is okay, health-wise, the home is okay. In communication, the home is okay. Protecting of the children, the home is like, I would personally use myself. For me, the roles I feel for an Ijaw woman or a wife, one, the home must be clean 24/7. The home must be clean. Make sure you balance up the time. As you're attending to the children, also know that your husband needs your time too. So you have to learn how to balance it up. Yes, you must learn to balance it up, because there are sometimes he needs you personally for himself. There are sometimes the children need you personally for themselves. So you have to balance up the time. You must not take his time and go spend with them. The moment you do that, he start feeling neglected. He start feeling lonely. Likewise, the woman too. So then, secondly, support. The support does not practically mean financial support, because as we all know, when it comes to marriages, naturally women don't have money, but we have money. Naturally, yes. Naturally, a wife would tell you, oh, I actually don't have. But deep down inside her heart, she has. Yes. So the support is basically not finances. Support in ideas, support in suggestions. Sometimes our husbands will come with a proposal just to hear your own point of view. And most times they follow that your point of view, and it pays. It comes out successful for them. So if you're that kind of a wife, before you know, everything your husband is doing, he wants to involve you. He wants to include you. The moment he has a new idea in his head, he wants to bring it to you so that he will hear from you. Maybe because you have given one or two ideas that has worked for him. So 24/7, he will be bringing them. So emotional support, a woman needs to be prayerful. Yes. In this side of the world that we are, a woman needs to be prayerful. Praying practically does not mean being a Christian. Prayerful in everything that you believe in. If you're believing in cow, you're believing in stone. Some people say they worship nature. Whatever you're believing, just make sure you're always committing your family to that thing. Yes. So to us that are Christians, you have to be supporting emotionally, spiritually, physically. Support is very, very important in marriage. Okay. Being a supportive wife is very, 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 very important. Then putting your husband, like his needs, like, see, I wouldn't want to say 100% putting him first before you, okay? You can put him first. Yes, I'll be realistic. Put him first 50, put yourself 50. You have to do it 50-50. So that's just it for me. Good communication. Forgiveness, learning how to forgive easily and quickly, because most times we feel hurt because we stuff things inside our hearts. Oh, I would never forgive him because he has done this to me. That thing keeps staying in your heart, and before you know, the marriage is shaking, the marriage is leading nowhere. So learning how to forgive, having patience, because in as much as he's a provider, you and I would agree that it's not every time they have. So if he does not have, if you know that you have, you can go ahead and do that thing that he's doing. If he does not have, you can go ahead and support him. So financially, you can support also. Patience, understanding, good communications when you have issues. When you have issues, I will always say it, silence is not a solution. Being silent and keeping malice is not a solution. You have to communicate. You have to talk about it. You definitely have to talk about it so that the root of the issue will be tackled, and before you know, the both of you will pass that stage. So that's it for me.
Tama, you're welcome. I think the network is bad on the side. I don't. Okay, you're back. All right. So for those of you down in the comment section, please gladly like, just tap on the screen, share, please, your loved ones, your friends to join us, please. And today, this is the Ijaw-ere Media Talk Show, and this is our episode 2 with Ijaw Man Wife. So guys, so Ijaw Man Wife, are you there? Oh, okay. So let's go to number 2. You were stylishly you already answer part of this question I want to ask you in your previous question.
Okay.
When you were answering it, you already answered this of it, but I'll still ask you. How does an Ijaw wife traditionally support her husband and family? Traditionally.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Superior Abuse. You're
Like
welcome.
you
Tama, you're
said,
welcome.
like you said, I've already answered it. So supporting the home, like I said, you would support in every way that you can. It does not have a specific way. You have to support in every way. You have to support with your time, your ideas, your thinking, in fact, spiritually, emotionally, financially, everything you know that you can use to make it work, you have to put it in. Put all your effort in.
Let's work.
And I'm hearing you. Hello, Ijaw-ere.
I'm with you now. I'm with you. I'm listening to you.
I can hear you. Okay. So,
okay.
Like,
are you done with the answer?
Yes, I'm done. Like, you support in all ways that you can, in all ways, financially, emotionally, with prayer, ideas, suggestions, opinions, everything that you know you can use to support, you just do it. That's it.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. That's a very wonderful answer. So let's go to number 3. What are some cultural values that an Ijaw wife is expected to uphold? Like, as an Ijaw wife, now traditional, what are the values you are being expected to uphold?
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Owe. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
First of all, I don't really know too much, but the first thing that I know that the Ijaw people are very specific about is the dressing of their wives. As an Ijaw man's wife, you have to dress in a very decent way. Yes, you have to dress in a very decent way. The Ijaw man still believes that, or should I say some Ijaw men still believes that their wives should not put on bomb shorts. They shouldn't be putting on crop tops.
Sexy.
Yes. So decency in dressing is still very, very important to the Ijaw people. Putting on clothes that are sexy but not revealing, not you going on naked. So decency in dressing is the very number one thing. Then the other thing I would say is how you carry yourself and how you present yourself. There are some places that as an Ijaw man's wife that you are not supposed to go to. There are some places that you're not supposed to go to. There are some things you're not supposed to do. So that's it.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
Hope you are welcome. Thank you so much. For those still joining us, this is Ijaw-ere Media episode 2 with Ijaw Man Wife. And our topic is expectations of our topic is, sorry I'm coming guys, for those joining us now, the marriage expectation versus reality, what they will not tell you. So we already treated some questions. So we're going to under it a branch, okay? Modern versus traditional expectations,
Okay.
okay? Modern versus traditional expectations. So our number one question is how 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 have the expectations of an Ijaw wife changed over time? How? As an Ijaw man, like what they're expecting from you, this modern generation now, then like changes, like, you know,
Did he close my door? Okay.
how have the expectations of an Ijaw wife changed over time?
Okay, a lot has changed. Okay, Ijaw-ere,
Or everything
a lot has
journey.
actually changed. And I'll first of all go for
Solomon.
the dressing. I'll first of all go for the dressing. Traditionally, before, when our mothers were in marriage, their dressing sense was totally different for what we are doing now. It's totally different. Our mothers in
Yeah,
those days, their dressing was nothing other than wrapper and blouse, wrapper and a top.
exactly.
They would tie the wrapper to bed. They changed the wrappers, okay? They would tie the wrapper for as their night wear. They tie it for their morning wear. They tie it when they are going for. Then they have also the heavy ones that they tie when they are going for the occasions. But the Gen Z bodies of these days, we have done it all totally different, okay? So as an Ijaw people, we now have the 90s. We now put on the bomb shorts. We wear the crop tops. We're now putting on sexy mini gowns to show off all our shapes and figures. But the before Ijaw, the before Ijaw mothers, you dare not wear something that shows your figures. You don't do that. You don't wear something that shows your figures. They're always dressing in them. And then even the ones that became a little bit civilized in those days, they were still putting on the gowns, but not the tight and skimpy ones. No, they were putting on the boo-boos, the Ijaw-ere. They will use Ijaw-ere. Yes,
Exactly. That's true.
gown that looks like a wedding gown. You
Yeah.
would not even see their ankles, talk less of the shoe that they are putting on. But these days, even the boo-boos themselves, we now use the boo-boos, we split the boo-boos to the dress. No, it's totally different. It's totally different. Then when it comes to
Yeah,
the food,
actually right.
then when it comes to the food preparation too is very different right now. The typical Ijaw home, as of then, in the morning they can make maybe kirigina, or they make pepper soup and yam with okodo, that scenty stuff, or they do kekefia. Those are our breakfast in those days. Yes, they do kekefia, which is plantain. See, you will just see a very local something. Or they do pepper soup, then they put red oil inside gari, sprinkle small salt, turn it. Those were their breakfast.
Put red oil.
Pulogari.
Put red oil.
Pulogari.
Put fish.
Pulogari and pepper soup was their local morning breakfast. But these days, you hear, oh, I made chicken and chips. I made French fries. I did pancakes and this and that.
We are upgrading.
So
we are upgrading.
A lot has actually changed. A lot has changed. Yes.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to training of the children, it has also changed too. The upbringing of the children has changed. And before homes, you find out that all the children must speak the language. They must speak the language. But these days, parents, including me, all we use is English, and English. Some of us do not even give our children native names anymore. We go for Cynthia, Cinderella, this and Daniel, and all of that. A lot of us have forgotten our roots.
Yeah, that's actually true.
A lot.
I even talk about it
recently. A lot of us have forgotten our roots. We no longer do things. Plenty of us, we no longer do things to represent our culture. We're always the Gen Z bodies. America don't fool our head. So a lot has changed, my dear. A lot has changed.
Even when it comes, I think even when it comes to the traditional rules of not touching your man's head, not putting your man's clothes, not betting with your husband, all those are
It has
gone.
changed. Our before men,
Yeah, most things have
our
changed.
before fathers, which were the Ijaws, they don't use the same buckets
Wifey, thank you
with the
so much.
wives.
Guys, let's stop. Let's share.
They don't use the same buckets with the wife. They don't use the same bella with the wives. Our fathers were always having their special plates, cups, and spoons. And you dare not use those cups, plates, and spoons for another guest. But these days, you just go there, change the thing, carry this one, everything is just even I would even come to the way our mothers used to serve our fathers in those days. You see, our mothers carrying yes, it was different.
It was
very different. You with humility, with love, with tenderness, with care and pampering. You see them bringing the food, kneeling down, despite if the place is rough or your nails will pain you or anything. They will kneel down, serve the food, pour the water and all. These days, you will just hear the food is on the dining, go and eat. So,
do you know, because of what you said, let me tell you a life experience. I actually served an old man food, and the man was like, wifey, why don't you just that his rule, I have to like tie my head scarves, like I have to tie scarves, I have to kneel down till I will hold the bowl for him to wash his hands, I have to wait, and I'm on my knees. I was like, Daddy, I have kneeled down and I'll tell you that the food is ready. He said, no, that's not the way. I have to cover my hair so that the hair will not be able to, like, possibly of hair to. But I said, I'm so sorry, sir. You know, but those things have changed. And I think some elderly people are even adjusting to this is a new generation. They are not our generation. Let's just let them.
These days, they don't even care anymore if you lean down or not. The most important thing is the food that is coming. And in those days, even the way and the manner that the foods were cooked is still different from now.
It's not
yes, in those days, the whole food was all natural. But these days, some of us won't use spice, kill ourselves. You go, soup spice, pepper soup spice, banga soup spice, this spice. Spice, thank people they cook now. No, not
even just the spice. Those days, I think the fish head, the manner of like your protein, what you are putting even matters a lot. You don't dare though. I think you don't dare serving your husband the middle or the tail when the head is still in the pot. It's keeping that this fish I carry come this today. Now head my wife won't serve me, and you now serving middle. You know it's a problem.
Yes, it is. I know.
Yeah.
Before it used to be a problem, but the truth of the fact is, nowadays a lot of men do not even eat the fish head. There are some men you serve them the fish head, they will tell you they don't want. They'll tell you they want a fleshy plate.
They want flesh.
Yes. So everything is changing. Everything is actually changing.
Yeah, exactly. So number 2 is an Ijaw wife still expected to be primarily homemakers. Let me come again. Is it an Ijaw wife still expected? Sorry. Is an Ijaw wife still expected to be primarily homemaker, or has it changed? You know, like why I ask this question is that then I don't know of your side, because I think your side and my side is a little bit different. But in my home, in my side, I grew up to see parents hustle so much, like mothers hustle so much too, like the wife feeding. This man will go out, he might be tapping palm wine or something, but he's bringing this palm wine, he's planning to marry another wife. When that wife comes, he's giving you a bush. He might have like 6 bushes where they fish, all right? So he's going to split it among you. Like, for example, let me say my father inherited, or Mr. A father inherited 4 bushes from his parents, or it's from his ancestors or whatsoever. When he married like 3, he'll be hoping on those 4 bushes. I get 4 bushes. I get 4 bushes. And niabo na man niabo ma e kene na niere abo presa on sisia on the barman. So man niabo ma, they will not express, they will not marry and split those bushes for them to fish and feed their kids. If you cannot feed your kids, you are on
exactly
your own. And if you decide to deprive him on bread, the second wife is there, the third wife is there, the fourth wife is there. If your kids don't go to school, it's none of his
Exactly.
business. So that's why I asked this question. Is it still expected of the Ijaw woman to still be the homemaker?
No.
Or if it
It's
has changed?
actually not. It has changed. It has changed, okay, because the new
Maybe you're
this yes,
welcome.
it has changed because this new generation now, women are actually like a lot of homes. Like I would use myself. I only bring out my own finances when it is necessary, like when it is seriously needed. My man does not put eyes in my finances. And then again, secondly, these days husbands are now not farming or land or fishing boat anymore. As they marry you, they want you to do something. A lot of them open businesses for you. Then a lot of our mothers are now nurses, doctors. So these days is different. It's different. No man actually right now keeps the children or the responsibility for the women. You see them struggling together to make ends meet. You see the man hustling to make sure his children is going to school, he's paying the school fees, he's providing feeding, trying to keep up with his wife's upkeep, trying to make sure she's okay, buying things that are necessary for her and all of that. So it is totally different from the old time. It's no more like that anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you on 70% on that, because I still see some men, typically Ijaw men, when they discover they don't have no job or the wife has a job, they'll solely depend on the wife to cater for society, and they will sit at home.
Where
Not thinking of listening
where
one or
I
two
am
things.
from, which is Nembe, the brass man does not rely on his wife. I don't know if it happens before, but for this my generation, no. The fathers are trying a lot. Like I said, you see them hustling, trying to make sure their family is okay, trying to give their children the best, trying to make sure their children get to that level that they did not get to. So I didn't grow up seeing all those things. I won't lie to you. I grew up seeing my people, the men from my side, making sure they take full responsibility of everything that concerns their children and their wife.
Thank you so much. All right. So how can an Ijaw wife balance career ambitions with cultural expectations?
Okay. Um, I would. Are you hearing me?
I'm with you. I'm
Okay, I
with you.
would actually answer this question based on the little knowledge I have, because I really don't know this cultural expectation. I'm not experiencing any of it. Maybe because I'm married to a man that is not this cultural and tribal something. So we're just there trying to make sure everything meets. Like I said, you wake up at the right time, make sure the children are going to school, make sure you have time to attend to your husband, and also very importantly, make sure you also as the wife have time for yourself, also have time to pamper yourself, have time to meditate and calm your head for your own health and sanity, because you cannot at the end of the day be running all the race and you are exhausted, you do not have time for yourself. Like, take a break, take a deep breath. If you want to drink a glass of water, if you just want to sit down for 30 minutes, just do it. So for the cultural expectations, I'm not experiencing anyone. I don't think anybody from my husband's family or from my side is expecting me to be all here when it comes to cultures and all of that. So I really don't know what to say about that. But like I said, every mother or wife, as you are hustling for career, hustle for the family or the
Your home.
marriage husband, also make a time for yourself and sanity. Make a time to cool your brain. Make a time if you want to lock yourself in the room and just to relax and close your eye for even if it's 15 minutes, please do it so that you won't collapse. Because the truth of the matter is, as a wife, the moment you stop breathing, it will shock you that everybody will move on and they will be okay. Everybody
Exactly.
will move on and you would be okay. So the moment you have that in your head that, oh, even if I'm not here or I am here, they will still be okay. So make sure your own health and sanity is put to check. Make sure you are okay. Everywhere is functioning well. Do not overthink yourself. So that's it for me.
Thank you so much, German wife. So now we're heading to subtitle. We're heading to challenges and realities. All right, challenges and reality. Number one under it is, what are the biggest challenge Ijaw wives face in meeting traditional expectations? The challenges we face.
Okay, the only one I can speak of, which I am totally against, is this ideology, or should I say this idea, which I don't know exactly where it is coming from, for the practical Ijaw man.
Thank you, Mayor.
That says an Ijaw man is actually entitled to so many wives. I actually do not know where it is coming from, because I see it as you will hear them say, when you want to tackle this issue, you will hear them say, oh, traditionally, an Ijaw man is entitled to so many wives. And I ask, where is this tradition? Where is this so-called tradition coming from? Because I have not, like, it's not written. It's not written for me to read.
Like exactly. So, do you know that even some Ijaw wife, do you know that even some parents encourage their sons to say, immediately the son has 1 or 2 naira, they will encourage him that, I'm not born you for one woman though. You feel born as you want. If you do you understand? Ijaw can you about me, I mean the AG can you about G bimo, Nana bimo, you know. Some others even encourage
it's actually a very big issue, okay? It is actually a very big issue, because you know why I said so. There are some men that cannot even handle themselves, okay? Like, they cannot even put themselves in check. Together, you can't even comport yourself. You cannot control yourself. You have not finished training yourself. Now, you go ahead and get married to the first wife, and first wife maybe has 3, 4 children, and you are not even done feeding, catering, and taking care of this particular family that you have. You are thinking of bringing in more. Tell me how your blood is going to be flowing normal. Overthinking will be there, because you have like 3 wives and maybe 12 children. Maybe each person gives birth to 4. You are having 12 children, including yourself, to cater for. And do you know that a lot of these men that do this thing, they do not even have a stable job.
They don't.
They don't even have a flowing income. They don't.
They don't.
They are actually maybe just struggling every day to make ends meet. And you see them eating unnourished food. You see them eating, drink some, in fact, this thing called balanced diet. Some do not even experience it, because they are always soaking gari. It's either they are soaking the gari or they are swallowing. So it is you. It is you just bringing in a lot of people to suffer. For me, it's suffering. You're suffering the wives, you're suffering the children that are coming out from that same process. So I have a very big issue with that particular tradition. I have a very big
crazy, a very bad foundation. Very bad foundation.
Very bad and a chaotic one. Now, let me tell you something, okay? Naturally, we talk a lot on TikTok. So someone asked a question on TikTok, and the person is like, oh, how are you going to react? Or, okay, no, not react. The person asked me, so why is it that I'm so against polygamous home? Why is it that I'm so against a man getting married to 2 women? And I gave him some key points. Now, these are it. 1, let's come to the finances, like I said. Financially, you are not stable. You have not finished, let's say for an example, I'm the first wife. You've not finished taking care of the needs of I and my 4 children. And you want to bring in an extra one. Let's say for an instant, you're earning maybe 100,000 naira. Now this 100,000, I as the first wife is managing it to make sure it meets all the needs at home for 31 days. And this money is not enough. You want to bring in more mouths. That's the first error. Now, let's come to the sexual side, okay? Do you know sexually there are some men that cannot even satisfy one wife? Like, you don't even have the strength. You don't have the energy. you do not have this the stamina to make very good love to the first wife. And let's say you're the kind of man that lasts for maybe 30 minutes. Now that 30 minutes, God forbid, maybe I am actually managing it because, oh, how am I going to do? Let me just go with it. Now that 30 minutes is going to be shared. The 30 minutes is going to be shared because you bringing in another wife, practically means there are some days that I would go without having you. You would have to go and be with her. That is one. Then have we thought of all the chaotic dramas that are going to take place between the children? There will be hatred. Then natural
envy.
I call that hatred a natural one because you know why? My children will hate you forever because you are an intruder. They are seeing you as an intruder. They are seeing you as someone that is coming to steal the joy of their mother, because there is no woman that will be happy that a second wife is coming into her home. It is you stealing her joy. You want to divide the attention that her husband has been giving her. So the children will be angry. The mother will be angry. They would grow up hating you, the stepmother. They will continually hate their own stepbrothers and sisters. And then let's come to this reality for an instant. Let's say maybe I gave birth to the first son. Let's say I gave birth to the first son. And we all know how the first son is in a Nigerian home, an African home. We see him as the next of the king. We see him as the head, the second head of the house. Now, maybe the second wife comes in and she's giving birth to only women. And she knows fully well that as an African parent or an African marriage, my son would definitely maybe take over everything if the father leaves. So the next thing, the other woman is starting to plan how she's going to silence my son on a life just for her daughters to also have a share. So you see all the chaos that it causes. See, a polygamous home, the disadvantages are more than the advantages. As a matter of fact, I don't see any advantage that a polygamous home brings. I'm telling you the truth. I've not seen any advantage that a polygamous home brings. It is all about the disadvantages. It's all about chaos, trouble, everlasting hatred and jealousy, everlasting generational jealousy and hatred. It is something that keeps going from generation to generation the moment you do that. So I would really pray for our Ijaw men to just stick to one woman. Stick to one woman, for Christ's sake. And the one that pains me most, Ijaw-ere, after going ahead to marry this second wife, it does not still stop the man from going outside to get a side chick. So what is the essence?
That one is...
It does not still stop.
That is the sure one.
You see a man that has 4 wives.
Some man must have
you see a wife
he must have a
4 wives, still having a concubine outside. So what is the essence? So it is a journey that does not end. It's an endless journey. It's well.
It's well, love. My Ijaw man, please, we beg you, please stick to one woman. If someone say I married wrongly, why don't you just take your time and marry rightly and stay with this woman, build your home, train up your children the way they should be. Know that you have 10 naira, you now marry like 10 wives. That 10 naira will not even be enough. You will create envy in your home. You create envy in your home, jealousy, hatred in the home. And daddy prefers his second wife. Mommy prefers his third wife. Daddy prefers his person's child. Before you know, hatred from left and right. Before you know, prophecies will start coming on, and they will start fully prophecy. Before you know, they will want to silence each other. Before you know, divorce will even complete.
Exactly.
Or before you know, you see the woman retiring from her home marriage. The first lady will retire. I don't dash you now. I should be dying silently. You can't tell me she don't love that man. She loves that man, but she don't have no choice. So people will say, in our side, I don't know of your side, when an Ijaw man marries a second wife, they believe that they used to call the second wife handbag, Ijaw-ere. So the first wife is now old kako. She's a rejected couple. So the second wife is the person you would going to go out with. Any occasions is the second wife. You will tell she's the baby of the house. Now, I don't know. What I don't understand is why are these men not putting into consideration that this woman has feelings for me? I built this home with this woman. Me treating this girl like this, how would she feel? They wouldn't even feel that way. And you don't old now.
And another thing that pains me, do you know that they normally do not just stand up and have this idea of they want a second wife? They would actually wait for the first wife to toil, suffer, put all her energy, efforts for them to be standard. She would fight for them to be standard after putting all her energy and effort, all her years to make it work. And boom, when the money comes, they start thinking of second wife. Yes.
That's actually true. Very, very true. In some cases, when they have money, they don't say you don't have a wife or concubine. When they jump and have money like this, they have like 1 million naira.
Now wife.
Come.
Not so.
If they are not traveling, they are going out. When the money is finished, they come back home.
That's it.
And that has to stop. It has to stop. When there is no money, you are hustling. When the money comes, try enjoy it with the woman in your home, the kids in your home. Those things your kids. Do you know that some people kids have even gone to ShopRite before? But when this husband of a man have money, his side chick or concubine is the first person you will remember to take her out.
Let me shock you, Do you know that a lot of men did not buy even biro for their wives this Valentine? But their side chick, some of them bought them cars, some of them bought them land, some transferred 1 million naira into their accounts, and their wives are at home.
I'm telling you. It's just true. If we treat this topic far, it will go far, in fact. So let's go to number 2. How does an Ijaw wife navigate conflict between modern relationship, values, and cultural traditions? How does an Ijaw wife navigate conflict, between modern relationship and cultural traditions?
Okay. You know, most of all these cultural traditions are sometimes against our beliefs. Sometimes they are against our beliefs. So, like me now, there is one thing I do not like, which I actually think if my husband wants to go for it, I would not support him, which is chieftaincy. You know, as a man.
Ijaw my wife, they're talking to you. They said, Paddy can't get Yayagbene. He said, why una they talk to me like this? Oh, okay, wait. Paddy, please, do you want to say something in the comment section for us to say? Polygamy is the beginning of witchcrafting.
Exactly.
All right.
Big witchcraft.
Our guest said you are right, Diane. Thank you so much. Paddy, please, is it that you have an experience, or because it seems what all the things we have been talking about, maybe they are hitting you so hard, is it that you are the man doing it, or maybe you came from a home like that? Please share your experience at the down. Just give us a little highlight. Thank you so much. So, German wife, we're listening to you.
So, when it comes to chieftaincy, kingship, and all those things, the rites that are being carried out before they ordain you for these positions are not okay with me as a Christian. Yes, because there's something they call itoru. They will have to draw you itoru on the forehead. Then they will have to take you to a cemetery. There is a specific cemetery, yes, where I think chiefs are being buried. That'll be something like that. Something like that. They'll take you there, do some incantations. In their time, yes, they do some incantations. So you can see that the whole of all these coronation things, they are not aligned. Okay, Ijaw, my wife, I greet you too.
We greet you too.
So they are not aligned. They're not. A lot of it is not aligned with being a Christian. So I would really, really have issues with it. But I don't know. I don't see it coming. Like I said, I am not a tradition person. I don't think there's any tradition that I have any idea of. I grew up in a home where traditions are not practiced. Yes, I grew up with my mom as, like I said, as an English woman. All her things were all English. There are a lot of things she doesn't do. All these women meeting and all of that, she does not attend. She's always on her own. Like, so I really don't have ideas when it comes to traditional activities. I don't.
All right. Okay, the last question on that topic is, How do societal expectation affect an Ijaw wife's personal growth and happiness? How does society like expectations affect Ijaw wife personal growth and
Okay,
happiness?
it affects a lot. Okay, I read you too, Debo. It affects a lot. Like as a TikToker, I will use myself as a TikToker. You'll see a lot of them coming up on my TikTok most times to talk about how, as an Ijaw wife, I'm not supposed to do. Yes, like when I started my whole TikTok thing, a lot of my husband's family members, friends, they were calling my husband. They're like, "Oh, your wife isn't supposed to be doing this as an Ijaw wife. She's not supposed to be a
Are
social."
you kidding me?
Yes, she's not supposed to be a social media person. These things she's saying, she's not supposed to say them. But like I said, my husband is not a traditional person. He believes in doing what makes you happy, and he
Happy
supports you. Yes. Then another thing he would always tell you is, so far whatever you're doing is not bringing disgrace and
affecting
shame.
the home.
It's not bringing disgrace and shame to him and the children and marriage. You can go ahead and do it if you're comfortable with it. Then again, so far it does not take the whole of your time. You still have to create, and that's why I said balancing up the time. It doesn't take his time. Like maybe if he wants to have a private time with me, it wouldn't stop it. It wouldn't stop me from maybe escorting him somewhere or giving ideas on something. So far it doesn't affect all those things, he would ask you to go ahead. So he's actually not the type that listens to people. He's not the type that listens to people say, "Oh, your wife is like this, your wife is..." No, he's not. He's not that kind of a person. So you see them coming under my comment section, both Ijaw chiefs and some of them. They'll be like, "Oh, as an Ijaw man's wife, you're not supposed to do this. As an Ijaw woman, you're not supposed to say this." But the truth of the matter is, I would say, as of last year, I used to be a people's pleaser. Yes, I used to be
You
a...
are trying to please them, satisfy them.
Yes, I both friends, both family. I used to be a people's pleaser. But I think from December, I had to change that narrative. You know why?
You come from
I'm a kind of person that gives my all. I gives my attention. If I like you as a person, you practically do not need to be a family member. I give my attention to friends, both people that I just know casually. Like I go all out for people. But I notice that I'm always alone. You know why? Because when it gets to my turn, I don't see anybody. Like I'll be looking for people.
that is life.
I'll be looking for people to just maybe cheer me up, and I won't see. I wouldn't even see someone that would want to listen to me complain. Although I wouldn't lie, I have one or two, like just one or two persons that I will actually sit down, pour out my
And you are
heart.
asked, you are there for
Yes,
millions, thousands of
that they
people,
would
and you have
listen.
just two.
But I don't, I celebrate people, Ijaw-ere. I go out on my own to celebrate people. I am happy when people are happy. I like putting smile on people's faces, but I don't get it in return. I know the Bible says give without expectations, okay? But that's what makes me a human. It has to be retaliated. If I say I love you, I am expecting you to say, "Oh, I
To love
love
me
you too."
back.
But whereby I would say I love you and you're just moping at me as if I said something disgusting, you wouldn't expect me to say it next time. So I wouldn't lie to you, okay? Since from December, I decided to do me. I
To
decided
do what
to
you
I
love.
decided to
Yeah.
love myself. I know a lot of things that I've done for myself since from December. Like I would just look at myself in the mirror and say, "Oh girl, you're fucking beautiful," without expecting anybody to say it to me. Before,
Praise to
before
you.
I used to make it so valid that, oh, someone will actually look at me and say, "Oh, your dress is fine." Now I don't care anymore. If you like, tell me the dress is not fine. Oh, it's fine to me. Oh, whatever I'm doing is okay for me. Like I'm no more a people's pleaser, and it is giving me peace of mind. Right now, I'm working on pleasing myself. I'm
Yourself.
working on celebrating myself. If I would go all out to set a dinner set for myself to sit down just on myself and have that dinner, oh yes, I would do it. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right now,
exactly.
I just want to be loving myself. I
You
just
will
want to be loving myself, because
alone.
the truth of the matter
Because if you
is,
don't do that, going to
The
do it
truth
for
of
you.
the
Nobody
matter,
will
I've
do it
come to
for you.
realize that when you're not there, they will fucking be okay. If you're there, they will still be okay. So, baby girl, treat
Okay.
yourself.
It's just like an extra. You are just an extra.
Exactly. So I'm doing all me.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
doing all me this year. This year is all me. If I see your calls and I don't feel like answering them, you're not going to beat me. If you send me messages and I don't feel like replying, you are not going. Like, I just want to do all me this year. From this year, I just want to do Jennifer. I don't want to do anybody else but myself. Yes, that's it.
All right. So if we're to advise people, let's say what advice do elders give to women preparing for marriage?
Okay.
Like, what advice do you as an elder give to women preparing for marriage in Ijaw culture?
Okay.
In Ijaw culture.
I would do it generally. It's an advice generally for everyone that is going into marriage. There are actually a lot of things that we were not.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You.
My
Thank
baby
you,
girl. Thank you, Mama. So generally, it's an advice I would give. There are a lot of things that we were not informed that we'll see when we go into marriage. Okay, you know, when we watch movies, we see them all lovey-dovey. Oh, I want my husband to be like this. But the truth of the matter is, we do not know what is going behind the scenes. It is only what we portray that you get to see, and you sit there and you shout, oh. Most times, you know, before we come out, put on our clothes, looking all sharpy, kissing and making videos, there are a lot of fights that have gone on behind the scenes.
There's a pain.
There are a lot of quarrels that have gone on behind the scenes. So the first thing I will say to my sisters out there is, do not build your relationship based on someone's pictures or videos you see on social media. It doesn't work like that.
It does not.
We only come out, like for me personally, I would say the only thing that has not happened in my marriage that would never happen, maybe because I have a way of handling it when it wants to get to that stage, is fighting, like physical fight. It has never. It has, like, I would not sugarcoat it. People around me knows it has never. We've never held ourselves. He has never done this to me, okay? But we have issues. We quarrel. Then even inside the insults, there are boundaries. There are things we don't say to each other. And I have never, even when I was staying in a public compound of 9 flats, I have never had an issue with my husband that my neighbor is finding out. No, I don't do that. I don't do let's quarrel for our neighbors. So yeah, you are a stupid man. Yeah, a foolish man. God, like all those kind of things is strange to me when I see it happen, because I don't allow it gets to that. Most times when I'm angry, okay, when I'm angry and I know that if I open my mouth and say something, I will burst out. I keep silent. I can keep silent for 2-3 hours without saying anything. You know what? I'm actually keeping silent for my inner spirit to calm down, so that when I want to say something, I would know what to say. Then another thing I would say is, yes,
my wife, you have a question. Padita, I said, what do you have to say about Two-Face?
I don't have anything to say about Two-Face. Like I said, you know, that's the first thing I was explaining. Social media,
fake life.
You see, now the problem here is, do you know I sat down this afternoon and I was thinking about something. I said to myself, what if this husband and wife are just using it to cash cruise? Do you know it can happen? I'm sure.
This one?
I'm sure.
This one is not
Ijaw-ere.
Ijaw-ere. This one is not cool.
No. I'm just thinking aloud. You know, I'm just thinking aloud. It's possible, baby girl. It is possible. I'm telling you the truth. These are social media people. Okay, look at what happened. Yeah. Look at what happened.
We all know that Two-Face and Annie have never. They're not like that kind of. They can be
wait.
Shows
Wait. Let me tell you something. You're not Blessing CEO, right?
Yes, I know. I know that one.
Few weeks ago, Blessing CEO came out all lovey-dovey with high VD. At the end of the day, did you see the person that engaged her?
No. Now let me tell you what happened. It's Danaba's spiritual. So actually, I think according to what I was going through that story to publish it, and I discovered that it was just a ambassador deal. She was doing adverts for this guy, and people in there is supposed had that. Why really? Because of you want to sell this guy's product because you're an ambassador. You had an ambassador deal with this guy. Why are you now saying?
That's what I'm saying. Social media will make you believe whatever they want you to believe.
That one, it was an advert.
Social media will make you believe whatever they want you to believe. That's the truth. So when it comes to this social media, I really don't want to say anything over anybody's relationship, because you know why? I would allegedly only say something, okay? Whatever I'm saying, I would say it allegedly. I am not saying it with my full chest because I know the in toto. Apart from just cashing cruise with it, I really don't have anything to say about Two-Face and Anizo drama and issue, because it's a long discussion. Every day new informations are popping up. Today we are hearing she has an injury in her leg that they want to amputate and all of that. So the whole story is just going like this and like this. So I really don't want to talk about something that is not straight-headed, okay? So
I feel the story is straight. To me, I just feel it's straight because, you know, we are aware that when Savage said, allegedly, please, that she's in rehabilitation, she and Tokewa is taking care of her and all that. So, and later they said she had injury. That was a recent story last week, I don't know. She had injury that they've been treating the leg, but due to over excess of alcohol in her body, the wound is not really going, and it's getting decay, that they need to treat, they need to fly her, that she needs prayer, you know. I think when Gustavo carried it, I saw it, immediately I saw it. But when Two-Face mother, I guess it's no more a cruise. When Two-Face mother, because Two-Face mother is not a public person that always come out or say anything about it. Do you understand? This is my first time ever seeing Two-Face mom facing the camera to voice out. For that woman to voice out and knowing the kind of person her son is, I don't think it's no longer a prank. I think it's no longer
that's their business. I don't want to talk about it. So coming to the advices and what you said, when it comes to marriage, like I said, forgiveness. You have to be quick in forgiving. Don't carry issues over to the next day, because if you do, it keeps lingering, and before you know, the both of you are falling apart. Then thirdly, patience. You have to have patience, because you know why? You know, a lot of us, we can't endure things from people. But the truth of the fact is, the moment you come to realize that your children can annoy you too, like the children that you gave birth to would annoy you, so you should be expecting your children will get you angry to the stage that you'll be shouting, you want to flog them and all of that. So if you can forgive them, talk less more of another person's child that another person trained or nurtured. You should be expecting some lapses, okay? You should be expecting some disappointment. So learning how to be patient, forgive, always be calm. See, instead of shouting and quarreling, there are other amicable ways to sort out issues. Yes. You know, one thing I hate most in marriage is this coming out in public to disgrace yourselves, fighting for neighbors to gather and hold you people. Then tomorrow, the both of you will now settle, you now hold each other and you're going out. The same neighbors that separated you will see you people. That's stupidity for me. So instead of all those dramas, just you can still have your issues inside your room without even your children finding out. Yes, you can have your issues inside your room. Then again, people would say, do not bring third party into your marriage. But for me, I would say, even when you want to bring in third party, baby girl, make sure that your third party have sense. Because you know why? Most times it is the third parties that does not have sense that will bring into our issues that scatters the home.
This is your wife. They're saying a good thing, but they're judging you as a
so always make sure you have a reliable person that has sense that will talk you out of that issues. Not the type of friend that you will go and
Don't be judgmental.
Not the type of friend that you will go and tell that when you tell the person, oh, this is what my husband did to me. As a matter of fact, you as the person saying it, you might be actually saying it to ease yourself, to easing the burden that you're carrying, and you're actually expecting the person to give you a very positive advice. But instead, you will hear something like, your friend, your husband is very stupid. That your husband does self. Leave himself, you will not leave him. See, stay away from such friends. Because my sister, it go shock you, say, as you carry your bag, you never reach gates. That your same friend. Don't they try to may enter inside? Yes. Me, I see, most times I test people that are around me. I'll say something to you purposely just to watch your reactions and watch the things or the actions that you're going to take. I would monitor you. And when I see the results that are not pleasing to me, I don't withdraw from you. Because the number one thing I don't joke with, as I am like this, you can tell me I'm mad. You can tell me I'm stupid. Like, I can take all your insults. But the moment, see, I have boundary when it comes to my husband. Sincerely speaking, I have boundary. I hold my husband in a very high esteem. So the moment you don't cross your crest to my husband, I can comport myself if we're doing it one-on-one. But the moment you involve my husband and children, you've crossed the boundary for me. Because my husband is like my second God on earth, sincerely speaking. So whenever anybody is doing something with me, just take off my husband. The moment you take off my husband, we might have the issue and still resolve it. But the moment you cross your boundary to where my husband is, the issue, it cannot be resolved. It can never be solved because I will bring all out my madness. So women should learn how to in as much as they are angry and they want to pour out things, there are amicable ways you can do it. And always control the things you say, because the moment it comes out from your mouth, it's irreversible. You can't take it in. You've said it. My husband will fondly say, maybe if you say some kind of things, my husband will say, don't worry, I don't write this one down. I'm not going to ever forget that. And see, and seriously speaking, most people are like that. They don't ever forget. They don't ever forget the hurtful things you say to them when the both of you are having issues. So in as much as there is an issue that is quarreling, still tame your mouth. Still control the things that you want to say out of your mouth. Sometimes I walk away from conflicts, not because I do not have what to say, but I don't want to say something that I will regret later. So a lot of times I keep mute. I would not say anything. I know so many things that has hurt me. I'm that kind of a person. You would do something that pains me the most. I won't say. I'm not the type that you offend that easily confronts you. To say, oh, that thing you did to me is actually painful and all of that. I'm not like that. I don't know how to do that. I would keep mute. And inside that my muteness, if you're not important to me, you see distance is coming. Okay? Distance. I'm staying away from you. Your calls come saying I will not pick anymore. I won't even block you. I'm not the type that blocks people. I won't block your line. I won't block you from WhatsApp or anything, but you just see that the flow is no more there. I will distance myself from you. If I see you in a function or in an occasion, we would say hi and it is done. The relationship will not be like before. So I really sometimes envy people that people offend them and they talk over it. I do not know how to talk over it. Especially when you're my friend, I don't know how to talk over it. I just keep silent. And that silence tears us apart. It scatters the friendship. So that's the kind of person I am. So you dey enter marriage, wear your canvas, buckle and make you tie your shoelace well. Because last, I use broken talk this one, you go see plenty things. You go see plenty things. But I will use the word endurance, okay? But the endurance has a limit for me. I always say to myself that I've not seen that thing that will pull me out of my marriage. Right now, the only thing that can take me off my marriage is being physical, like that violence and fighting and beating. Me, I'm seriously scared of it. Yes. I am the number one thing I'm scared of in marriage is beating. A man that beats, small thing that don't woes you slap, small thing that don't punch you. I'm very scared of it. Because you know why? That punch might hit somewhere that is dangerous.
Yeah.
And you fall down and you're dead. And people will be like, oh, why did she not come out since? So my sister, any man who don't slap you once will continue to slap you. Any man who don't beat you once, he will continue to beat you.
Thank you.
So the moment a man raises his hands on you, my sister, start taking actions because it will continue. Door don't open, it will continue. So endurance is there, but let that endurance, let it have a limit. So that's it.
All right. So let me go to comment section. Ari Gidit, Richard said, am I dreaming? So we have such Ijaw ladies like you. Oh, Ari Gidit, thank you so much. Secondly, Club Gloria. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Due to what you said, Club Gloria said, a loose mouth invites enemies into the house. That is very right. That is very, very right. So, Jeffrey, you're welcome. So number two, what I want you to advise on: how can Ijaw wives and husband work together to build a happy marriage?
Okay, like I said, our Ijaw men, the number one thing they need to do is being flexible, losing up a little. Our Ijaw men are, you know what I mean? They are, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Yes. It's good to show that you're the boss, okay, but losing up, they should loosen up a little. Then for our Ijaw ladies, me, I will be pop and plain. We stubborn. Hi.
I just remember that the Ijaw woman they forgive. Our heart be like iron.
Ijaw women, their heart na kakaraka kokoroko. Then stop. They are no na no. They are yes na yes. If they want something, they know they let them go.
Like.
So I feel like the two parties should just loosen up a little. The moment you loosen up, good communication, making out time to listen to each other, making out time for the both of you, like two of one. Do you know that sometimes in marriage, a husband and a wife forget themselves? They are all focused on the children. So make out time for yourself. Ijaw women, man, reduce the level of our stubbornness. Reduce the level of stubbornness. Ijaw women stubborn. See, we have three types of women, okay, that are very stubborn. We are the Urobo women. And those ones are Ijaw women, eh? I don't know who should be stubborn past.
Oh my goodness.
Then the other tribe is the Bini women. Ha! If see, the biggest mistake a man will do is to marry Ijaw, Urobo, and Bini. You are a dead man.
No, it's gone.
You
gone.
are a dead. You are a finished man. You are a finished man.
It's gone.
The gentleman I say you carry 3 different oracles put for house. Every day. And the truth of the matter is, these 3 tribes of men, they are very strong. Those women, they are very strong. Like, you can see that their body na iron. They're strong with no good. So, the only thing I would say is to just soften up. Our people need to soften up. Soften your bones. We not say that one bone on a get, but soften up. Turn into biscuit bone. Here too much.
Oh my God. It's just my wife. Me, this show is supposed to be 1 hour, but me, I know say me and you go spend 3 hours for you. So I am ready for you. I just hope you are ready for me too, because me, I know say this program will pass the normal time.
No, seriously. They need to soften up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So on the side of the advice, the last one, what is the most beautiful thing um of being an Ijaw wife? The most beautiful thing you being an Ijaw man wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know that name Ijaw man is a very
Mhm.
prestige name. Yes,
Prestigious Ijaw
I
wife.
did.
I am.
I
My people be saying, "Hello, I'm the Ijaw man wife. You're prestigious."
No, sincerely speaking,
Mhm.
sincerely speaking, in Nigeria, we are very, very important, and we are the Ijaw people are loving people. We're caring. The Ijaw people are very accommodating.
Mm.
Like I would fondly say to my husband, okay, if I see him in the next world, like if I see him as an Ijaw man in another life, I will still marry him, regardless of all his ups and downs, his bad character sometimes, which is normal for every human being. No human being is perfect. We have our ups and downs. Even me, I have my personal shortcomings. I have my faults. I have the times that I'll misbehave. So it's a natural thing in every human being to misbehave once in a while. But I'll fondly say it to him that if I meet him in my if there is another life, if I meet him as Mr. Oti champion, I would still marry him.
Hey.
I would still marry him. You know why?
Let me give you a round of applause. Let me give you a round of applause.
You know why I said so? Being married to an
Mhm.
Ijaw man, it gives you this,
Yeah.
you see, it gives you this pride, it gives you this joy, it gives you this inner, you know, when a woman is having pride that, oh, my husband, Molivam, I know they call Ijaw people just prestige for nothing. They are prestige. Their characters are top notch. Now just that,
Mhm.
now just that stubbornness where they get, the thing no just good.
Oh my
Do you know
goodness.
that,
Oh my
Do you know
goodness.
that we as the job people, you know this, naturally you feel like royalty. Like naturally you just feel like royalty. That is how the job people are. Naturally, we are just royalties. Like you do your father, your mother does not have to be a king. We all as the job people are naturally royalties because it is
Mhm.
telling the way we walk, the way we do our things, the way our men carry themselves, the way the women portray them. Omoliva, royalty is in our DNA.
Gay, gay. Ijoma wife, you have question. Ijoma, you just say we go quickly close the show. You have question. They say, what will you say about Ijaw ladies that don't want to be in a relationship with an Ijaw guy when they meet in other states?
Oh.
Uh, let me tell you one thing. I feel some ladies don't want to really attach themselves with Ijoma because they believe this polygamous thing in Ijoma. So some ladies have already made up their mind. Like, no matter how Ijoma follow you day, he go marry another wife.
Exactly.
If it's not today, even if we marry. So some ladies already zero their mind that they don't want to commit to any Ijoma. Then second, they still have that feelings that Ijaw men are not this sweet, 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 sweet. Okay, when it is time to surprise the wife, you cannot do that. When maybe and there are some cultural traditional boundaries that modern girls don't want to. Like for example, kissing. No, they'll say you don't have to kiss your wife, you don't have to do kissing, all that, all that. Some ladies are not ready for those drama, those traditional boundaries. So I think in my own side, I think that is why some ladies have already zeroed their mind in committing to any Ijaw guy. So Ijaw my wife, to you, anything to say about that?
The only thing I will add again, which I've heard so many people complain, so many girls complain about, it is this specific aspect that I've been talking about, which is they
Mm.
would say the Ijaw man is too authoritative.
Equal.
Their ego is very high. See, let me tell you something. There was a day we were on live on TikTok and we are talking about all these things I was mentioning that Ijaw men does not do. And someone asked the question, He said, is it bad for an Ijaw husband to help her open the car door so she can come out? And an Ijaw man answered her. Did you know what he asked her? He said, is her hands broken?
Is her hand paining her?
Okay, you were there that day. He said,
no. I
okay, he said, is her hand paining her? And that's bad. Do you know that another thing again that Ijaw man fails to understand is if they see their fellow Ijaw brother being all lovey-dovey with his wife, they believe that the woman has used jazz.
No, they will say it's a woman rapper. They will say it's a woman rapper. They will say the woman don't wear a pint for head.
So you see, they believe that their way of life is all about authoritative. Like all these
Ijaw men are not meant to be loving dovey. Ijaw men are not meant
Ijaw men are
be that
meant
sweet.
to be akaka, jaka, jaka, every time, kitty gata. No.
All right. I think I did that answer your question. So Ijaw my wife, I know say me and you today, 70 questions. But I think if we treat these questions finish, we'll call it a day. And a lot of people are saying in the comment section they're enjoying it. All right, so let's go ahead. What were your expectations about marriage before you got married?
Okay.
What this is not reality. Before we were talking about expectation, the whole topic of the other time was so we're going to reality right now. And we have just few questions on that reality. So what were your expectations before you said I do?
Okay. First of all, I was actually expecting, I'll be realistic. I was expecting to be taken to a very beautiful restaurant. Oh God!
I'm listening. Sorry, I am listening.
I was expecting to be taken to a very big restaurant like they do in the movies. When I get there, he will stand behind a very beautiful, decorated background. Kneel down and ask me, "Oh, would you marry me?" But it didn't happen like that. So my sister, it did not happen like that.
So how the reality now surprise you?
It was on phone call. He was actually at work. He was actually at work. It was on phone call, and the call was like this. Hello, and I'm like, oh, hello, what's up? Say it's fine. So I want to ask you a question. I say, what's that? Say you don't ready to settle that. Okay, you don't ready to stay one place. And I'm like, which one be stay one place? I did 20 places. Not be one place I did. And there is like, no, you go green marry person like me. And I'm like, hi, Jesus. I for not the expectations. I had no choice. I just accepted. And I would not lie you, it has been beautiful. The journey of marriage has been beautiful.
What will you say about early marriage? What will you say about early marriage as an Ijaw man? Actually, this issue of early marriage, you cannot talk about it. It's very broad because these days, those days, let me say, when a little girl just grow up, they'll be like, okay, they'll be like, get married. If you have message in an accident, your mate has gotten married. You to get married. You to go and marry. So I think it's a norm in the Ijaw community.
The truth of the matter is, in the olden days, you did not. They don't even ask you to get married. Okay, they betroth you to whoever they choose.
No, I'm not lying.
They betroth you to whoever they choose you to stay with. They actually betroth, like they give you out to whoever they choose you to stay with, whoever pleases them. Do you know that? Let me give you a story of my auntie. Let me give you a story of my auntie. How she got married to a very old man, although they are still together till today. She was actually used for an exchange of debt that my grandfather owed her husband. Yes. Yes, she was given to him to pay the debt. I think they borrowed money from her, from the man. They borrowed money from the man, and they couldn't pay anymore. They borrowed money from the man. They couldn't pay anymore. So he told them that since they couldn't pay the money, that there is one of my grandfather's children that he sees that he likes, that he wants to get married to. So they were like, who is that? He pointed, and she was the last daughter. Very
Oh,
beautiful. If you see her up till now, when you see her, you would know that she's a queen when she was my age. They gave it to him. They gave my auntie to him, and as I'm talking to you, they are like 5 or 6 in the house. So she's just there. So she was actually used to pay debt. So in the old time, is either they are betrothing you to someone that they like or they feel can provide for you or take care of you, or they are using you for an exchange or something. But these days now, our young ones are getting married not because they are pregnant. You see 22-year-old people getting married because they love each other and all of that. For an example, you can see Jarvis and Pella. How old are they? They are all over the place. I think he engaged her, and I was watching a video today when he was saying their wedding is going to be very loud and all of that. So
yeah, that will be louder than the
exactly.
video own.
So early marriage is something of choice. I don't think anybody, yeah, some I would not want to insult anybody's tribe, but the Awusas, they still do it up to today.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
betroth their little ones to whoever they feel like. So that's it. Early marriage is a choice, something or from your family.
Okay, let's go to Mariki. I think that answers your question. But I think generally early marriage there should be parents should look into it. There should be a limit because in 12 years, 10 years, getting married, getting pregnant is very I'm not hiding. When it comes to my side, it's very rampant, and I don't like it. I'm these children are still they don't even go to school. They don't even know what is called school. So they get married very early and they start raising kids at a very early age. Before you know, because they could not give that baby what they want, the child will still do what the mother do. Before you know, within the community, you impregnate that small girl. You see a small girl having a ground child. So I think that issue of early marriage, I think I'm going to host somebody to talk about it because it's too much. It's too much. So Arik, the next time we're going to talk about early marriage. So let's go to under reality. Let's go to the next question. What what is the one thing you wish you knew about marriage before you say I do? The one thing you wish you knew before you say I for marry. What's that? Oh no, it's you block yourself. Check your mic. Check your mic. So please, those of you in the comment section, please let us tap, let us send share. I think you blocked your mic
I can
before.
hear you now.
So So my question is, what is the one thing you wish you knew before you marry? Like the one thing I for notice it before I for say I do. Oh, what is that one thing?
Mm, I really don't. I really don't know. I really don't know because you know why? I think I've foreseen, or should I say I've had different should I don't really know that thing that I did not know that was supposed that would happen before I got married, because I grew up in the midst of people. I had aunties, I had uncles, I was visiting them, and then I also watched, in those days I watched a lot of African movies. So I feel like a lot of those movies I watched gave me insight of things that would happen in marriages. So
Are you there? Eh,
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, the next one.
So I really don't have anything. Nothing. As far as my marriage is right now, there is nothing that has happened that has shocked me. There is nothing that have happened that I was not expecting. So there's nothing new. I think I've already had experiences, or already I knew a lot of things were going to happen, a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of quarrels, and views that were not going to be one, because sometimes your own views might be going A and the next person's own might be going B. So there's nothing that have shocked me for now. There's nothing.
Okay. All right. So let's go to number 3. Do you think social media creates unrealistic expectations about marriage? Why or why not?
It does not. It does not. In as much as there are so many false news in social media, I feel should I say like 80% are true. Yes, 80% are realities of things that are going on in our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day living as a human being. So I don't think there is anything unrealistic. There is not.
I don't. To me, I feel. A lot of things are unrealistic in the social media, because I've seen some couples that, because they create all their life in social media, they expose everything they do. You know, there's a glass goes and they will pretend to ask just because of the camera, and immediately the camera drops. I think Timmy Mini and Bimbo also uses as an advert to advertise Real. I think they did exactly the same thing. They were so all lovey. Here and Bimbola, they were so lovey, the supermarket carrying our bags, you know. So one lady just saw them in the adverts. She was like, can't you see this, that? Can't you see how it's scary? Can't you don't even do that? You know, that guy come. So the other lady's boyfriend walked up to Timmy and how are you doing this? And how are you doing all these things, you know? And Timmy answered him that it's just love, it's blah, 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 blah. Immediately, the guy just turned his back and they jammed the door of the car. Sorry, Buruni, you know, so such a lot like that. Imagine, according to Two-Face and Annie, allegedly, when they were in this show, they were all lovey-doveys. Do you understand? But on the ground, they've already divorced. Because according to him, allegedly, they've been divorced for a while.
Yes, they said since last year.
A lot of things are not realistic. I think social media creates.
They said since last year February, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. So you see, social media look at Sabino's now. Sabino's one is on ground too. Allegedly, according to Gist Lover, they say according to him, or please, allegedly, nobody should cost me. Allegedly, that when Sabino's abandoned his, like he left, he took his wife and his kid to London, all right, for good life. You understand? Why he's hustling, he does not allow the wife to come here. You understand? But you know, when the Sabino's traveled to London to see them, he will still be in the hotel with another girl. That was why the woman said she's no more doing that. She filed for divorce right now. She took him to court. So you see, all of it, everybody is just coming out showing what they are not at home. So to me, I feel social media creates more unrealistic expectations about marriage. Some people are doing all love. All like, okay, now let's not go far. You see this family, KO family, I don't know what they call them, KO family, I think. If you follow, there was a certain time I really followed them up until that buzz started. Imagine how they were so lovey in the video, like in their videos. And you know, I really love KO family a lot. But when the basketball starts, when Mabel starts pouring out so many things, when she was swearing for him, when she was cooking, when Eliab was talking his own, there were lots behind the scene. And imagine people falling, and you know their love language. Don't get it twisted. Love is a beautiful thing. When they finish that video, they say, don't get it twisted. Love is a beautiful thing. But when they start hammering themselves, a lot of unrealistic things were going on. And a lot of people were tapping into their marriage. So to me, I feel social media portrays unrealistic things about marriage to young people coming. That's a lot of people who say lovey things and they'll rush and get into marriage. I mean, I want to explain this love. And then when they come, realistic show them shaking. That in marriage, this kind of thing, couples they fight, couples they hear. But when young girls that don't have that mature sense, when they don't have sense, when they go, I was not expecting this, before you know, they want to run to mommy's house, they want to run to daddy's house. They cannot stand it. That's some women will say, because of my husband cheats, I want to leave the home. My sister, the home where they live, the one you want to marry, he will still cheat.
Exactly.
He will still cheat.
Yes.
So that's what he said. So people are just saying, these people, two-face are handy, they don't used to cheat. Two-face is there, no. They will not rush into marriage to expecting those views, those things they were seeing, those audio movies they were seeing. They were expecting it in their own marriage. When it does not work that way, they want to walk away. So to me, that's my own. So let's go to subtopic, role and responsibilities. All right. So in your opinion, as Ijaw-ere wife, the prestigious Ijaw-ere, that's like, I hope I'm not mistaken. The prestigious Ijaw-ere's wife, in your own opinion, should household responsibility be shared equally? Like me and my organ, would they share household responsibilities 50-50?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I don't, and I have my reasons. The reasons is even the Bible said it, okay, that a man that cannot provide for his wife is worse than infidel. Abi, is that not what it says?
Yes,
I have.
Exactly.
Now, we women, we are not wired to take over responsibilities. Naturally, a woman is not wired. A woman is not created. A woman does not have those veins to stay and start taking care of responsibility. That's why the moment you see a woman that maybe pays her children's school fees, she wants to behave like the head of the house.
Exactly.
She wants to now be behaving like, oh, she's the man of the house. The moment you allow your wife to take responsibilities of catering for the family, you become the wife and the woman becomes the husband. Because we're not wired to take over those responsibilities. We are not. So for me, a woman can actually assist in the little way that she can. But sharing it 50-50 is a no-no for me. It's not. Sincerely speaking, it's a no-no.
Yeah. It's a no, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. So the number 2, how do you handle situation where your partner does not meet your expectations in marriage? Like what, like for example, even in my church, there was a certain day they were talking about it. You meet a man, this man will all be lovey-dovey, is what you wanted in a man. He meets your expectations. When you get home, you discover this the same man that was all sweet is a woman beater. Is a lazy man. Is a no tolerant man. So that kind of situation when your partner after marriage become what you don't even expect. How do you handle situation like that?
First of all, that's why they say work on yourself. Me as I am now, I don't have any expectations. I'll use myself as an example. I do not have any expectations. So that is why I'm working and I'm doing my business, so that if I desire some things and I know that maybe my spouse will not be able to give them to me, or sometimes it's not like they are not able to, okay, as of that point, maybe they feel like the thing is not important for them to acquire it for you. If you're the type that is working and you're earning your money, you can acquire for yourself. You can do that thing for yourself. And then again, coming to you not having the things that you were expecting. Change in life is the number one constant thing. A man can be all lovey-dovey today, and tomorrow there are things more important than lovey-dovey that would just make him deviate from that aspect. And he becomes so serious or so busy or so tight. Yes. So change. You should know that someone that wakes up in the morning and tells you, oh, okay, for example, do you know that while dating, why courting a man, when the both of you wake up in the morning, oh darling, how are you? How was your night? You slept in the same bed though. How was your night? Let's say even the first year of the marriage. How was your night? Oh, my night was fine. How was your night? Did you sleep well? Did you dream sweet dreams and all of that? You will talk that morning before you go make breakfast and you eat. Do you know that as time goes on, or even inside that first year, you'll be like, oh baby, put your head on my chest, sleep over my chest, you cuddle each other, hold each other, all lovey-dovey, and you sleep. Do you know as time goes on, you know say marriage now the number one see finish for life. Marriage. I'm telling you the truth.
You're right. You're actually
marriage now the number one see finish for life.
Sharp.
After they just see you finish, there is nothing like come and put your head on my chest again, no.
Have your mate?
Yes, sometimes you will be the one. Sometimes you even be the one to say, oh babe, let me lie on your chest now. You will beg. I have other things to do with my time.
Use the pillow.
The both of you will not get to the point where the man is sleeping and facing west, while you are facing east. You wake up in the morning, there is nothing like, oh baby, how was your night? Even when you're asking baby, how was your night? I better go do food, I want chop, I want to go work, I'm not there for this kind of talk there. So you see, number one see finish for now marriage. Marriage is the number one see finish. And then again, there's one thing, I know it's not among our topics, but there's one thing I want to tell to my ladies. Sometimes, even after marriage, please be stingy with your nakedness. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes, not like you people want to make love. Do you know some women just stay strip naked, like 247? He's there seeing everything, 24 hours. I see open door, now you be this. I see do like this, now you be this. So close up sometimes.
Tight up,
close up sometimes. Let him miss seeing the figures sometimes. Let him miss it. It's not anytime you turn, you're without pants, all your nyash is outside. My sister, close up sometimes, so nothing will pass see finish than that, you know.
Easy access. Every time, easy access.
247.
You're welcome. 247, you're accessible.
You need to close up a little. Close up a little.
All right. Thank you so much, Ijaw, my wife. The priest, you are really Ijaw, my wife. I really appreciate you. So now let's go to what where we've talked a lot. So we need to go talk about the solution as well. So let's talk about the challenges and the solutions. All right. So our number one challenge is, what are some common struggles couples face in the first few years of marriage?
Okay. The first thing is the whole world is expecting you to get pregnant quickly. Yes. The moment a man and a woman says I do, from the next month, they are expecting, like if you get married inside February, from March, they expect you to be all roundy, like they want to expect you to be vomiting and throwing up. The first thing I will say in that situation is, you people should take your time. The world will be okay.
Everybody will be fine.
Everybody will be fine. See, when it comes to marriage, the both of you are the most important thing. Whatever any other person is saying is not supposed to affect the both of you.
Count at all.
Whatever family member, both mothers, fathers, sister-in-laws, whatever they are saying is not important. It is just the both of you. And the troubling of wife would only stop when a man puts check to his family members. Like, let your family members have boundaries when it comes to your wife. Exactly. Let your family members have boundaries when it comes to your husband. There is one thing I've said that is making my marriage work very well. Is staying away from where family members are. Yes. The first thing a newly wedded couple needs to do is staying away from any area that family members are. Because the first thing that causes chaos in marriages is family members.
You've mute yourself. You've mute yourself. Check your mic. Check your mic. Check your mic. We cannot hear you. No. Your mic is off. Off. Your mic is off. Tap on the microphone, then it will unlock it. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So as I was saying, if you as a newly wedded couple can relocate from the surrounding of your family members and go stay somewhere else, it will give you peace of mind.
Arigidi, thank you.
It will really give you peace of mind. But you see those couples that stay around where family members are, 24/7, they are there. They are coming for weekends. They are monitoring you. That is when they will see the handbag that the man bought for the wife. Before you know, they go run, go tell family members, say you don't squander their brother money.
Exactly.
Before you know, they start seeing you as a squanderer, as a gold digger. This one came just for the money. You cannot do anything in secret anymore. It causes a lot of issues. It causes, see, mingling with family members in your marriage causes a lot of drama. Let boundaries be set. Set boundaries. Husband, tell your family member this is what you want. This is when they can come. This is when they cannot come. Wife, set boundaries. This is when your family members can come. This is when they can intrude. Some marriages now, family members, they control them. Now, what if family members talk now, then they follow? What if family members talk now, then they do? Let husband and wife clinch to each other. Let your decisions be made by both of you. Nobody should contribute. Yes, we know they are important. They are family members. But we strongly need to also do something. We strongly need
Miss Ella-Tweke, I am glad that Mr. Ijaw, my wife, are you there?
I'm here.
Miss Ella-Tweke said, I am glad that I am here listening to you guys. I love what I am hearing. Thank you so much, Miss Ella.
Please on the
we're happy you are enjoying it. Thank you so much. So Ijaw, my wife, let's go to number 2. How do couples keep sparkle alive? Like, how do couples keep the sparkle alive after years of being married together? Last week, my guest was really like, I think last week I had 3 guests, so they talk about this thing as well. I once said she saw a real life when the man was telling the wife that she's old, that they can't go out again, that she should stop. I think the woman called the husband my love, and he was like, "What is wrong with you? Are you a baby? How can you be calling me your love?" Do you understand? You know what the lady said in our last episode was why I said, let me rewrite this question into today's topic. Okay? The man was telling the wife that you are calling me baby, you are calling me that one. Are you not old? Are you not even ashamed of yourself in the presence of our children? She said she was surprised like this. And she even said what she too experienced. So I said, let me ask you today, how do couples keep the sparkle alive after being married for so many years without saying, we are too old to go out in the presence of our children? You are kissing me, and we are too old. So how do we keep this? The
truth of the matter is, it has nothing to do with old age. Keeping the sparkle going, it has nothing to do with the old age. That is why. Do you know that when I dropped that video of our Ijaw men not being romantic, a lot of them came under my DM and they were asking me questions like, what is being romance important in marriage? It actually is.
Can you imagine?
Being romantic actually is. You know why? Those little things you do makes the home going. It makes the love going stronger. Going for movie dates, going for dinner dating, buying gifts to surprise each other, going to lick ice cream, holding hands for vacation. The vacation specifically necessarily does not mean you must travel out of the country. You can from Port Harcourt travel to Lagos just to have a quiet time to yourself. Just to have quiet times to yourself without children. Without children, you go there. You just discuss, sit down, have healthy communications with each other. Sit down. Oh, babe, how was your day? How was work? How are you feeling? Are you okay? Tease each other. Tease each other. Oh, look at your head. Your head is so big. Like, sit down and have fun communications. There are some Ijaw men, you cannot even rub their head or say, oh, baby, look at your head. You don't insult them.
You don't hear it.
You want to hear they're not trained you well. Like,
oh my God. Please let me come back first. Allow me to maintain my steez here.
Losing up. What is inside your head? That coconut head of yours. What is inside that somebody cannot romance? Your wife can actually touch your head. Romance, and that touching of head is so sweet when your husband is the type that babs bololo. Very sweet. Very, very sweet. You can touch the rubber.
The romance like they touch like this. Imagine say you can't put your leg on top Ijaw man's leg. More than watching. Just stretch your leg.
You go buy goats. You go buy goats. The day your leg cross Ijaw man's leg, you go buy goats that day. But the truth of the matter is, all these things.
Sorry,
the truth of the matter is, all these things I only hear them. Me, I don't experience them. I don't.
May we not experience them. May we never experience
I don't experience them because I will tell you, yes, it was a little bit difficult, okay? Because naturally, not like my husband is a traditional person, but he's this very quiet. Yes, he's that kind of person. So, but me now, in our marriage, I would say God knows how he manages it. God cannot allow two crazy people to get married to each other. One person must be quiet, the other person must be crazy. Like in my marriage, my husband is very calm, demure, quiet. You know, he's always looking. He's not a loud talker. While I am the troublemaker. I'm the socialist. I'm always here, I'm there, I'm like this. Yes, I'm like that. So what I did in my own aspect was all this dinner dating and all of these things I said. It's not as if from the beginning we're doing it, but I started suggesting. It was not easy, yes. The typical Ijaw man is in him. He is a typical prestige Ijaw man. It is in him, that ego. But like I said, there are so many ways to tackle issues. So we started doing it one step at a time. We started trying, like I would talk. I can remember I talked for 2 years. Yes, I talked for 2 years before he could give in. So what we do right now is, because of his kind of work, we now do it every time he comes back from work. We go for dinner dating. We go outing. We sometimes we like a lot of, we just try a lot of things. Sometimes we go clubbing just to fill in that space. Just to fill in that space. We leave the house, we go to hotel, we stay there for maybe 2-3 days. We just stay there, gist, eat, laugh, push each other's head, like do a lot of fun things. Sometimes we take the children, we go out as family, we go to children's fun ground, we just play, take pictures. He's the type that does not take pictures, but now he's a picture lover.
He has to put into it now.
That's what I'm saying. When you as the man, you are a little bit flexible, your wife will come in and do these things. But if the woman is trying and you continue to do like this, it will not work. It will not work. And she will get tired. And the moment the woman gets tired and leave you to your bad character, my brother, you're losing her gradually. See, marriage is supposed to be like this and like this. When you wash, when this hand washes this one washes this one. Sometimes your wife has to bend for you to do the things that is not okay with her, but she's doing it because she loves you and it makes you happy. The same thing, you that calls yourself the head of the house, you have to bend at some point too for your wife. Do those things that makes her happy. You're not doing it because it does not make you happy. You're doing it because it's putting smile on your wife's face. And whatever is putting smile on your wife's face is supposed to make you happy. So it is a two-way something. I cannot be trying and you're just standing there like a statue. I will get tired and I will give up.
Of course,
I will get tired. So that's why I always say bend for each other. This person is bending, the other person is bending. It is working. You're bringing your effort and bringing my effort. It will work. But whereby the effort is coming from just one person, that particular person will get tired and the person will give up. And before you know, the ship is sinking.
Losing each other.
You're losing each other. So you see this spicing up the marriage, it is very, very, very important. Do you know some days I just go and I plan movie nights in the house? You will see me that day, I will be carrying foam to downstairs. I will put foam, I will arrange throw pillows, I will blow balloons. It is just to keep the whole thing going. It's not like over sabi. You're just trying to, it's spicing up the marriage is very important. Like our Ijaw men, it is difficult to give them a pet name. Very difficult. I remember the first time I called my husband baby, and he looked at me and he was like, "Are you born me? You be my mama. Stop that thing." So you see, they
oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh Jesus.
They need to loosen up. They need to loosen up. Spicing up the marriage is very, very important. Very important. The Ijaw man is only comfortable when he's taking you to maybe marriage occasion, burial occasion, Arogode, Ijaw festival, plantain festival, yam festival. All those kind of festivals, local festivals, yes, they are okay with it.
Yeah, exactly.
The moment it is an English outing, they will not follow.
They're not interested.
Which is bad. If I can follow you for your Arobo festival and Yam festival, you should also be able to follow me if I feel like we should go dinner dating, or we should go. After all, it is still men like you that goes to those places. It is still men like you that take their wives for dinner dating. Like, as I talk to you now, do you know that in this social media walkway, I did not see any Ijaw man that did parara for his wife on Valentine's Day.
Do you know I've scrolled? I have checked. Even me, I not see. Shingo said I not see.
You go Wakataya. You go Wakataya, you don't see anybody.
I'm telling you.
Which is bad. A lover's day, you're supposed to, at least, even if it's nothing,
no single surprise.
No, they are too strong-headed. They are too.
So in summary, what the German wife is telling us is that please, we the German should try losing up. Try and do those things you are doing when your marriage is early. Still do them when you are old. Take your wife out. Pamper your wife. Buy rose. Valentine's Day, celebrate yourself. Allow your wife to be calling you sweet, sweet names. It sparkles the marriage. Baby, are you fine today? Admire your wife. But even though she's not looking good, try admire her. If your man go see your wife dress fine, he will not sit there, baby, you are looking beautiful.
Very difficult.
Even when you ask, you're fine, and you never look mirror, you fine, and you're because I'm intimidated here. You're because I got to pay baby by money. You know, like in our fights. Baby, you know, since I dress, I do new hair now. A hair, I'm not cracking, but not maybe give you money. You know, all those things, it's not nice. Please, let's try and sparkle our relationship with those things we feel we are older. We're not older than anything. We are not, please. So now let's go to the next one. How should couples handle financial differences in marriage?
In what aspects, please?
You know, let me say, for example, some men, let me say, in case they lose a job and the wife is financially buoyant, when she starts carrying no responsibility, you know, before you know, maybe she wants to cover up the man's shame, she started covering up a lot of things, and before you know, this man will start misbehaving. All right. So that's why I make a lot of women to be, you know, get, basically concern me. Either I leave the marriage when you get to remember me, or you look for something else to do to feed the home. She will not want to share it. So financially, what is like, how do women should handle their financial situations?
The first advice I would give is a man that is financially stable today should try his best to make sure that there is something that is fetching his wife money also, like a business. You can go ahead to open a business for her, open an establishment, something you know that she loves doing, that she understands very well, that can fetch her money. You know, a lot of our ladies these days, they just want to go into stressless businesses that they do not even have ideas about.
Boutique.
Just exactly. Some of them want to sell hair, and at the end of the day, they will open those hair shops, and the whole thing will not even get to 6 months. Everything is crashing. The whole boutique is not up to 2 months. Everything is crashing. You know why? Because you do not have idea about that business. Do you know there are some persons that grew up in a house where their mom were into maybe frying of akara? And this akara business is something you grow up with. You have insight in it. You know it very well. But because it's a roadside business, you would not want to do it. You just want to go for a very big supermarket. Like, I remember when I started my fish business, okay, even my husband was against it, because he was expecting me to open it in a way where I would have a shop, have a sales girl, and all of that. But I actually started in a public market. I carried my table, I had my umbrella. Yes, a public market where no shop. It was a stand. It was a stand, just a table and an umbrella, and I would be there butchering my fish without looking at anybody's face. When I see you, my friend, driving past with your G-Wagon, you ask me you want to buy, I would sell for you with prestige and pride. A lot of us are not even proud of the businesses we do because they are dirty businesses. You don't want to talk about it in public. If you see me advertising my fish, you would think I'm advertising one big company, but it's a very big company to me, because that's what I love. It's something I understand very well. So always go for businesses that you have insight about. Always go for businesses that you have knowledge about. Not a business that because someone is doing it, you want to do. Not a business that you own laptop, wear boo-boo gown. Madam, you're welcome. Yes, thank you. Where's my office? A lot of us, that's what we just want. A business that has offices. So
you know this stuff you just said now remind me of a lady. We served together in the governor's office here. All right. So when the program was coming to an end, I was asking her, babe, this one you're going back, she's from Port Harcourt, Boma. I said, this one you're traveling back, what do you want to go and be doing? Because I think she don't have a helping hand like that. What do you want to go and be doing? She said she's very good at akara. But there is one akara joint here, spots in Akure. I said, why don't you go there and serve there like 2 weeks, 1 week to upgrade yours? Because that place is a 2-to-1. She said, okay. She started going there before I also introduced you. She now said, Ep.2, come on, let's plan before I go to Port Harcourt because I don't get anybody who will help me. She said, and she wants to have, like, she was just telling me what her plan was that I should add. I said, what if you get a little kiosk, a very little shop, you brand it, your akara will have packaging, this suya pepper will be there, onions will be there, sauce will be there, you can do kebab beef, you can spice it up in a way that your branding is what is selling your akara. She said she make akara for you, that can make akara for you, you will not believe it. So I know she just do your branding and start selling it. As I'm telling you, she started with that now. From there, this girl has a very big salon. She makes her own cream. You can go to her page, Boma. She makes cream, she sells hair, she has workers. She started with this akara. I remember there was a time all of us were in TikTok. We were talking when the one lady said, she can't start a shop from the house. I was just looking at that girl. Do you remember Nadonba's page?
Remember, Nada said the least money she can use to start business is 10 million naira.
Say how much that boutique here? How you want to take for boutique? I go say when I was not selling the girl, you know what I was telling her that see my cake business. because I'm kind of my kind of parenting is just me alone, no dad yet. So I can't leave my kids. When somebody's going to pick them, nobody to pick them. I'll be there to pick them. I'll be there to be the father. I'll be there to go to market. I'll be there to take them to work. In case emergency happen, I have to be everywhere at the same time. So even social media, it get limits. When things are tough for me, I don't come to myself. You will not see me online because I need to be stable. Do you understand? I don't have a supporting hand that is doing all those things for me. So are you not expecting me to have a shop or stay at home as a full housewife? That you are telling me that working from home is bad?
Working from home is not bad though. Like
I'm talking about that lady.
It's not
that's
bad.
What she told me.
Like for
she
me
told
now,
me,
like
that's what she was telling us.
For me now, like I said, I'm into fish, and the reason why the reason why I have time, okay, to do my TikTok and to be on Facebook is because my fish business is just twice in a week. I go to the yes, I do my fish business twice a week, which is on Mondays and on Thursdays. Now for Mondays and Thursdays, I am not on TikTok. I don't be on TikTok. I don't be on Facebook. I'm always busy calculating on Mondays and Thursdays because those are my business days. Those are the days I go to the market to do my supplies. Those are the days that my goods are coming in. Like tomorrow now, like I'm talking to you now, my goods are on the way coming from local boats, from Brass, Bayelsa. My goods are on the way coming. Now, tomorrow morning, as early as 7 a.m., I need to be at the waterside, which is Nembe Waterside in Port Harcourt here. I need to be there. My customers already will be waiting for me. Once I get there, I just start doing my supplies. I start calculating. I start counting. Now, at that point of time, I don't even receive calls because you know why? As the fish is coming, this is the capital. Okay, let's say they are sending, let's say the fishing people, they are sending me fish of 500K. And maybe the fish that they are sending is 20 pieces into 10. Now, I have to, that's why I said people should learn how to do businesses that they have insights of. Do not just stand up, do not just wake up one morning and say to yourself, oh, please, honey, let me have like a 5 million naira. I want to start a business. Now, if they ask you to map out the business,
they don't even know the
you do not know. Some of us are doing businesses that we do not even know if the price is going up or is coming down. Some are even doing businesses that, like some ladies are selling clothes, okay? Now they are here in Port Harcourt. People are just labeling those clothes to them. You don't even know if they are sending you the grade 1 quality of the clothes you paid for. You don't know. You don't. But you know. And if you do not have customers, you start complaining. Do you know that, sincerely speaking, dirty businesses gives money more than all these boutique, all these our office businesses? Dirty businesses gives money. Now let me shock you, Ijaw-ere. As I'm talking to you, I would not say it, but I'll just give a little. There is right now, I'm starting from now. That's when I'll be bringing it to life, that this is my new adventure. This is something new that I'm going into. So at every given time, we should, in as much as I'm into fish business, you can't hear me. It is you. Your microphone is off. Your microphone. Can you hear me now? Okay. So, in as much as I'm into fish business, I'm learning a lot of different kinds of things that I want to add to my fish business. A lot. I've been into this fish business for 2 years now. I think this year will make it 2 years that I've been into this fish business. And it is now that I want to get a shop. And after getting that shop, I have a lot of things that right now I'm learning. And I have classes. If I'm not lying, I have like 2 or 3 different classes I'm attending because of this business I want to go into. Because opening the shop, I don't just want to sell only fish. As you're selling one thing, you should be striving. You should be learning other things that you want to add to that business to make it bigger. Because I cannot be selling just fish in a shop that I'm opening. Right now I'm learning how to do corn flour. I'm learning how to do cocoyam flour. I'm learning how to do fufu. So yes, those are all the things I'm learning. Like, I'm learning how to do a lot of things. I'm learning how to do pepper soup spice, our local native pepper soup spice. You know, the Ijaw people has the strongest pepper soup spice. The strongest. All those things that we mix. All those things that we mix to make pepper soup spice. I'm learning how to do them. I'm learning the different names. I'm learning how to grind them. I'm learning the machines to use. I'm learning the machines to use. So those are all the classes. So combining with all these classes I'm entering, I'm learning how to preserve what's it called? Palm kernel oil to cook banga soup. I'm learning how to grind it, wash it, preserve it like already made banga paste that my customers will just walk into the shop, buy and go cook their banga soup without going to the market to apply banga, pounding, boiling, and other processes. I want to give my customers soft life, a stressless service. As you come into my shop, you buy and you just go and you cook your food. So I'm learning a lot of different things. So a lot of us should just stop being this I'm a Gen Z baddie, I cannot do this business is dirty for me. Fish business has money. I cannot lie to you. Fish business, it is like blood money. Yes, fish business is a very lucrative business that you can do. I'm telling you. Now, there are some persons that would say, oh, I cannot start this business because I don't have capital. Let me tell you some things that the women at the market do with me, because I don't sell in small quantities. I supply in larger quantities. Now, I have some set of women that will come to me in that market and tell me, oh, madam, please, can you count for me? Let me stay in this place and sell. After selling, I will just collect my own small and give to you. And they take that one and go to the house. I have women that does that. And most times, because I'm human, because I've been in that stage before, I would give to them. Now I'll finish supplying. I would just sit there waiting for them. I'll just sit, maybe casually gisting with 1 or 2 persons. I will sit down there. They would sell, because they must sell. They would definitely sell. They will sell. They will give me my own. Then they take their own, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. They've carried that one. They've gone to the house to sort out their. So there are a lot of businesses we can start without capital. A lot of businesses. Do you know, when I wanted to start my fish business, I was expecting one huge sum of money, like ₦1 million or something. My sister, after getting my fridge, after my husband bought my fridge for me, bought what else? The big generator. The capital they gave to me was 270,000. I was so angry. You needed to see me. I was furious. I was quarreling. What sort of capital is this? What will this capital do for me? Yeah. But in 1 month, I know how much I made from that 270K. I used that 270K to order for goods. I will stay there. I will sell them. I know how much I made. And then I was doing just fresh. I was selling only fresh fish. I didn't add dry. But this year, the last year to this year, I've been doing just dry and fresh. I've mixed them together. If you order for fresh, I bring for you. But the dry is constant. Dry is always coming every Monday and Thursdays. So we should learn how to go into businesses that we have insights about, that we have knowledge about. Don't just wake up and say, oh, I want to go into jewelry business. You don't even know the kind of jewelry you want to buy. You do not even know the differences of jewelries. You don't know steel. If you see steel, you don't know. If you see Ijaw-ere, you don't know. You just want to go into business. It's wrong. And you find out those kind of persons, when they go into it, before you know, 6 months time, the whole business is crumbling. Because they do not have ideas. Some don't even know how to calculate capital. They don't know how to calculate profit. They are just there just wasting time. Before you know, the money, but the capital, the profit, everything just drain away. So let's learn how to go into businesses that now these days social media has given us a lot of insights. You can actually learn the businesses that you want to go into. Like me now, like I said, I'm attending 3 classes. I'm attending classes for my TikTok. How to monetize my TikTok, how to grow my page, how to get more followers. As a matter of fact, I went into this whole TikTok thing just to while away time, just to catch cruise. But TikTok right now is taking me to another destination that I do not even understand. Like a lot of things is happening on my page that I myself, I'm like, what's going on? TikTok will send me a lot of notifications, and day before yesterday, Courageous has been troubling me to level up on TikTok. And I'm like, level up, like how? Said I should get coins, gift people, and all of that. Then I should also check how much I have in my TikTok, that I must have money. I'm like, I don't have money in my TikTok. I don't even know how to check balance. So I think I checked. That was day before yesterday. I checked, and I saw like there are money there, but it was in dollar. It was in dollar. So Cindy, I don't know if you know Cindy. You know, Cindy is abroad. So we talk. I even supply her fish too. So she told me that she could help me because you have to use a PayPal account, like an abroad tax and all of that. So she helped me check it. And when she had to log in, I had to give her access to my account. She logged in. When she checked my account, she shouted. Because since I started TikTok, people have just been gifting me, like which day? I think last week we were on live till I think 3 a.m. and someone gave me 2 universe. Yes, I don't even know the person. It was later on the guy DM'd me on TikTok, and he was like, his name is Layefa. He's an Ijaw guy that he knows I don't know him. That he's following me. He loves all my videos. He likes the topics we talk about on TikTok and all of that. So he gave me 2 universe, and 1 universe is 5,000 coins. So he dashed me 10,000 coins that day. I went to TikTok, and because I didn't level up, the whole money reduced. But it was still a very huge amount of money. It was huge. I even shouted, I'm like, are you serious? Like, I can collect this money as cash. She said yes. So she withdrew it. Then I bought 50,000. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. What's happening? It is showing here that your microphone is off. Is it network or what? Is it network? I think it's network. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Did you receive call? Ijaw-ere, did you receive call? Call came in. That is why you see you have to go off and come back. But going off now is like canceling everything. That's what was happening to me. So I think with this we have to call it a day.
Why is this app like this? So sorry. People are really, really enjoying this. What you were saying. I say just drop them. Okay, now let's go to cultural and family influence. That's the last one. Yeah, after this one's the question. I think that's the last one. Cultural and family influence. How much influence should in-laws have in a marriage? How much influence should family people, there are some families members that in a marriage they want to dominate. They are the alpha and omega of every marriage. Some sister-in-laws decide what your husband buy for you. Some sister-in-laws sit on your matter. What even the character they don't have, even them, they find it difficult to have. They inconvenience you as their brother's wife because the husband has given them that boundary. They have no limits in your marriage. So that's why I'm throwing this question because I think it's a common thing. There was a certain time I made a video on that on Ijaw-ere and still was going viral. A lot of people were like, some people called me, you're actually saying the truth. Oh, some marriage, now husband, sister, husband, brother, blah, 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 mother-in-laws, they are the one that the decision makers. No matter the point, the husband want to say, the mother-in-law, the sister-in-law, the brothers-in-law, they are the talk and do of your marriage. So thus I'm asking you this question. How much influence should in-laws have in a marriage?
The truth of the matter is in-laws should not be allowed to have any influence in marriages. They should not. They should not be allowed, both from the wife, both from the husband. They should not be allowed to have any influence in their marriages. Marriage is between two persons, a man and a woman becoming one. Yes, we know you have families. I also have families. Like I said from the beginning, marriage should have boundaries of when and how family members are supposed to intrude into. See, me, I'm of an opinion that marriage is between two people, okay, not family members. When we go for family functions, yes, we can be there, we can cohabit, we can collaborate, do all sorts of things together. But when it comes to issues that concerns I and my husband, allow us handle it. Allow us have the results on our own. Family members should stay away from people's marriages. It's wrong. See, let me tell you something, Jerry. If we want to put it on percentage, it is of a higher percentage that family members destroys marriages the most.
Exactly.
This one say,
I agree with you.
This sister-in-law will come, that brother-in-law will come, this one will say is old, that one will say is old. See, I go as far as not allowing family members to come stay in my house. You can come visit 1, 2 weeks and go back. You can't come stay permanently. You cannot. Like, it's a thing between I and my husband. We don't allow family members. Day your day, we go, all the things we want to do for you people will be doing it. But you cannot come and stay. Because whether we like it or not, especially from the husband's family members, they're always seeing you as a gold digger.
They always say something.
She's
not giving us food.
You.
Even when you are managing, they feel maybe it's because of you don't want to give them. Imagine maybe you don't have this little couple you have in the house. You use it to prepare something. Family member go they snap and say, "See what should they give us?" It's because we are here, Talk with them before they start putting call to villages.
They are always seeing you as an intruder. Even the ones that pretend to love you, they do not love you 100%. They don't. So family members should not be given any opportunity
to interfere. All right. So number 2, in Ijaw culture or Africa in general, okay, or African culture in general, what are some unique expectations placed on wives and husbands? Should I come again?
No, don't come. I understand the question.
All right.
First of all, they expect you, first of all, to bear children. Then you as the woman, they expect you not to ever cheat. Ever. You can't try it. Like it's an abomination. Then, thirdly, They expect you to endure everything.
Accommodate.
Yes, sir. They are expecting you to accommodate, endure, accept everything that comes your way. But the truth of the matter is, this new generation of is it feminist? It's not like that. Women are now speaking for themselves. They are not doing things for themselves. Women are now having money. Women are now working. A lot of things, that women do not do before, they now do it. So a lot of things is not going the way that African men do not want it to go. So that's it.
All right. Number 3, how can couples balance culture traditions with modern relationship dynamics? Like how can couples balance cultural traditions? For example, for my side, they said, say you must not kiss, you must not do that, you must not do this. And as a model parent, you understand, modern couple, how do you balance this culture with some modern your modern dynamics? How do you couple it together?
I really don't know. It's a personal something. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm not a culture person. My husband is not a culture person. We don't do traditions and all of that. We just do us. So you if you're the type that is a cultured person and also a modern person, you should know how to balance it up. I really don't have idea in all those culture and tradition
I
things.
think so. Final. So advice for the single and newly wedded. After this, we have just 3 questions under this, and when you answer them, we are done for the day. All right. So number 1 on the advice aspect is, what are the most important qualities to look for in a life partner?
Okay. The first thing I would say is being hardworking. You know, nowadays.
Qualities to look in your man, right?
Yes, being hardworking. Is he hardworking? Is he hardworking? Is he the type that is always looking for the easiest way out? Because sincerely speaking, in as much as we have the hookup girls these days, there are gigolos also everywhere. As a matter of fact, gigolos now in full market now. Some persons might not understand what I mean by gigolos. Gigolos are those guys that are always doing, oh, fine boy, I'm cute with beers, going after sugar mummies and sugar girls, going after women that has the money, that already have the money, that they would just go and chop. As this world is now, as women, they find already made men. Now, so the men, they find already made women too. Gigolos now in full market. They don't want work. They don't want to stress. They just want one already made woman to put them in the house, use her money, bring her money, so they will do wedding. They go and start squandering, driving car without knowing where the woman got all the money from, without knowing how she struggled for it. So is your man hardworking? That's the first thing. Not even is he rich. Is he hardworking? Because an hardworking man would make sure he makes ends meet. Does he have ideas? Yes. Does he have ideas? In fact, as you see in future, is he bright? Because yes, we have the ones that their futures are not bright. They are just there doing, oh, I'm a fine boy. Go boutique, go buy a shirt, starch them, iron them, I'm talking them, I make you 6 packs. Yes, we have them now. They are plenty. So look at him. Does he have vision? Because the visionless ones full road now.
That's true.
The ones that does not have vision, now they're for big talk, empty action. When I have car, when I have money, I'm going to buy car. When I have
they have big vision, but they're not working towards that vision. They're expecting manna to fall from heaven. Imagine some people seeking help from me at the end of the day. When you give them the help, they're not even working. They will spend it, they squander it, and they come again.
Some are just there to be shouting, Oga boss. Now when Oga give them, they carry go as go chop. Oga, boss, afana, boss, boss man. They go just they follow their mates, they do boss man, they waka, they waste time. If they no waka politics waka, no food for house. So all those things are things you need to check. What are the morals that they will impact in your child if eventually on a marriage come born?
Let me subject. You're welcome, sir.
What are the morals can he impact in your children? Is he the type that pays attention? Is he the type that has patience? Is he hot-tempered? Because those hot-tempered ones, and then they beat, and then they blow. Before you know, as
they accommodating. Can they accommodate your nonsense? Can they accommodate?
Can they overlook your?
My wife, I also think before a lady should look into her, before picking a partner, I think the family background also matters a lot. Family background speaks a lot. Foundation matters a lot. Because some people in their foundation, it's possible that they are not really the type that maybe they are polygamous in nature. Be expecting that home to be like that. They expect your partner to be like that.
You're not lying.
Take the grace of God.
You're not lying. Because there is this my neighbor. We had issues with him. And he was saying a lot of things. My husband is the calm type. He does not talk. He's not a troublesome person. So he was just looking. The man was saying a lot of barbaric things. And I had to step in, okay? I had to step in as his wife. And when I encountered the guy, I'm like, calm down now. Why are you like this? Do you know what he said to me? He said, please, I should get out. That where he's coming from, women don't talk when men are talking. And my husband was like, are you okay? Where I am coming from, we listen to the opinions of our wives. They treat women anyhow. There are some family like that. Radio. May they not go use your eye as punching bag every morning. When they want exercise, now your eye they will come use. When they wear boxing gloves, it's only God that will help us.
All right. So number 2, what advice could you give to newlyweds adjusting to married life?
Okay. The first thing I will say to them is, do not listen to side talks. Do portrayed her marriage. She was this type that portrayed her marriage is all lovey-dovey. We're always going out, go to church as a family, all lovey-dovey and all of that. My sister, her husband does not do this, her husband does not do that. He does this and he does that. Now the day where 2 of them punch themselves, neighbors gather, now no say the whole story in a lie. Like it was an occasional something. It was something that happens frequently. I don't think there is a month that they don't fight for us to gather and hold them. So another thing I would say, do not go there and start comparing your husband or your wife to your friend's husband or his wife. Do you? Don't compare. Because your friend comes to you and says, oh, my husband just got me a Range Rover. You will not go to the house and tell your husband, now your mates now just buy your wife. No, it's wrong. Your time might not be that time. Your time might be coming. Patient. It's different months, different hours. So wait for your time. Wait for your turn. Don't go and do, you must do this, you must do that. There is no must in marriage, oh. There is no must in marriage. That's why I say to some people, sometimes some people are so lucky they will get married to already made man. Sometimes some people will get married to men that they will be the ones to come into the picture and they merge together and make the money. So everybody with his own grace. So do you. When you enter marriage, do you. No go carry another person's system, enter your own work for your husband. Do. Thank you.
All right. So the last but not the least, the last question. They really pay me said the questions. Imagine I set questions for 1 hour. I was like, Ijoma, why? Share this 1 hour go reach her. You know, go reach. Let me make like 50 questions down. Let me prepare like 50 questions down so that I can prepare for her. Because imagine me, they set only few questions for Ijoma, it's like an insult. So let me just make it large. But at the same time, those long questions I still set for you, you still make it so sweet and so, in fact, everybody's enjoying it. But as it is now, the show goes still end. We're almost 2 hours after the closing time. So the last question is it enough to sustain a manage to sustain a manage a what did I write? Is it love enough to sustain a marriage, or there are other factors that matters more? Okay, is love enough to sustain a marriage?
Love is not enough.
Oh, really?
Love is not enough. Do you know that love fades? Love gets tired.
Yes, it gets, yeah, exactly.
Love is not enough. That is why I say to people, oh, I love you. That's why I'm getting married to you. Nah, lie, yo. The love go tire. Love go fade. Once he finish, go enter. Love go disappear. Once he finish, don't enter. See, do you know that I would see this dress, okay? Now let me use this dress as an example. I will see this dress for the first time and I'll be like, oh, this dress is so fine. I'm so in love with this dress. If I don't have this dress, I'm going to do this. You will see, I'll be struggling to get the dress. Do you know that the moment I get the dress and I wear it the first time, the second time, the third time, you get tired of the dress. And before you know, you dash it out to maybe one of your cousins or your friend. That is how love is. Love gets tired. Love fades. So there are other things to do to sustain it.
Like?
That is the spicing up of the marriage. Spicing up. Doing other things to, like missing each other. There are so many things to do to keep the marriage going. But if it is all love, marriage that is built on just love does not last. It breaks. That is why I always say, apart from love, let there be something else that you see in that person that you like, that is making you to go after that person. And that thing should not be just the beauty of her face, because the beauty fades. As she's aging or as he's aging, the beauty is fading. Let it not be the breast that you saw, because the breast will look saggy one day.
The bottoms are even flat up due to pregnancy.
So let there be a very important thing. Maybe her smile. Maybe the way she attends to you, maybe the way she pampers you. There are a lot of other things. So, but if it is only love, master, you go tire. You go tire and you will give up one day. So that's it.
I don't even get questioned again. And you have to see be day 1 or 2. So what we're going to have, I think we're going to have a part 2 with Ijaman's wife very soon. So guys, I think Ijoma, do you have any questions to say? Do you have anything to say?
No, I don't.
Okay. So guys, this is your one and only prestigious Ijaman wife. AKA Ijaw men are not romantic. So guys, this show is coming to an end, though it's supposed to be 1 hour, but we have a lot to talk about. A lot. I know say when me and Ijoma wife don't join, talk all day. Just go full ground. That's how we expand this show to 6:55. All right, so guys, this is So our closing for the day. We'll see you next Sunday.
Thank
And
you,
please follow
us.
Ijoma Wife. Our TikTok handle is Ijoma Wife. Facebook, OT Champion. Please follow her, engage on her videos, share her posts. You always enjoy our comment. Anytime you see John Man White video, you go and you don't get option. If you have not followed that, please go and follow her. If you know you're into depression, our videos will calm your spirit down. You will laugh and you will so try and go and give a John Man's wife. Her name is John Man's wife. Our TikTok handle. Please give her a follow. Follow her on
Thank
Facebook.
you, us.
So thank you everybody that joined us on this beautiful show. This is Ijaw-ere Media Talk Show, episode 2. Episode 3 will be on next Sunday, and I will be here with the politician. Yeah. We are going to talk about the Ondo State politics. So guys, if you know you're into politics, you have any other thing to say, join us next week Sunday as we talk about politics on Ijaw-ere Media episode 2. So Ijoma Wife, I want to especially thank you so much.
Thank
You know,
you.
we met just a short period, but it's like we've met for a very long time. And being with you is always like I'm being with my sister. Every time. There was a certain time, why is this woman not picking my calls? Why is this woman not? What is wrong with this woman? You know? So we become content creators that become sisters. That's what we become. So I pray we work together, we collaborate more in the future. And I pray this thing we are doing, we get higher.
Amen.
We achieve the visions we have. I pray we will achieve it. And I hope we are coming to this show next time.
I will.
Mm-hmm. You sure? You sure? I'm getting ready for this time. I'm going to say like 100 questions for you. Because these questions are like almost 30. And they're not even enough for you. So next time, I'm setting like 100 questions for you. So we have been expecting Ijoma Wife part 2 on this Ijaw-ere Media show. So see you guys.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.